Ladies and Germans, how you all doing? This is Con Ulrich,
And I'm Rangru. Hello, hello, hello.
and it is another beautiful day for Steel Division Normandy 44. Now, Rang, I tapped you for this particular game. I saw a great game on here. Who do we have here today?
Well, on the left-hand side, in blue, we have Lassie as the Commando Brigade and her Robert as the 4th Armoured Division. And on the right-hand side, red playing as the Axis, and funnily enough, on the beach hand front, we
Hmm?
have Vasily Krosonovet, I'm just going to call him Vasily, as the Troph SS Panzer Division. And oh my god, Rocket Barrage OP, place enough! We got ourselves the 3rd Fallschirmjäger Division.
Now, just before we got started over here, you're telling me that you love to hate the third Fallschirmjäger while you're playing with him, of course. Now,
Yeah.
can you tell the people out there again why that is? I
Uh,
had to laugh when he told me.
3rd Fallschirmjäger is a pretty good deck. I mean, there's a reason it was 1v1 popular for a while, but when I personally play, and I don't know when you guys personally play it, it's lovely because you got your Fallschirmjägers, you got your veterancy, you got, flying B1 planes, these cool rocket heat guns things that do stuff, Panzerschrecks. But then you play it and then you realise I don't have any armour. My ground anti-tank assets are bare minimum. I get 2 pack 40s in C phase, two pack 40s, and then like 1 in B phase. A B1 isn't as good as, let's say, a B3, which Luftlander has. Your Fallschirmjägers are expensive. You have a very hard time in forests or B phase unless you buy bloody flamethrower dudes. But apart from that, they're a pretty good deck. No, it's just it doesn't fit my playstyle, I think. Yeah, I like it, but I really don't like it.
I was really amused by the way it was five are bad things, but no, but there's a couple
It's
good
a,
things
it's a,
too.
I'm looking at the setup right now, and it seems like 3rd Fallschirmjäger is going south, and we got Troph SS going north, and
Are you sure about that?
is that?
No, I thought it was the other way
Oh
around for
no,
me.
never mind. I was completely. I'm a complete idiot. Never mind. We got the Fallschirmjägers dropping in on the northern side, and yeah, lastly going into the Commando Brigade. So that's gonna be a good matchup for both of them because both
Mm-hmm.
sides don't have to worry about tanks, because neither side don't really have that many tanks. So, Rocket Barrage can get a few of those Panzer L6 things, but nothing really too crazy. No like big ass panzers or whatnot.
Sounds about right. Now, of course, I might be wrong with saying this as well, but it seemed to me that down in the south, that the Fourth Armored really should run roughshod over the early 12th SS, and indeed might be able to kind of carry that
hmm
on moving further and further into the game.
I mean,
Now, yes, go ahead.
that Hellcat is gonna make that Firefly's life a living hell,
True,
because that's
true.
like I wouldn't even really get a Firefly against 4th Armored because you have to contest with 2 Hellcats, and they can if they work in pairs. And it's funny because 2 Hellcats cost the exact same amount as 1 Firefly, so you might as well just buy 2 of them, kill the Firefly, and you're already cost efficient.
Now, you were saying before we got started recording actually today, that you thought that there would be a couple changes for the Fourth Armor that really should happen. What do you go over those? What you think?
Quickly before the matches, or we're getting to the match, I
Oh well,
think,
yeah.
I don't know, Hellcats would be a little bit more pricey, as 100 points is a bit too cheap, and
hmm
Stuart should be 70, 75 points. Apart from that, they're pretty balanced divisions. It's just those 2 things, I'd say.
Fair enough, and we actually are getting started right about now. So I kind of want to see more of that kind of close combat starts for these maps, but it's not
hmm
happening in this particular one. But just like the Germans are going to take a much more aggressive position, especially on the center and the northern side. Down to the south, it almost looks like Herr Robert just kind of hanging on back. And I can safely say that's kind of how he likes to play. He has his southern flank is very much his secondary concern.
hmm
Now, Rank might be able to suggest maybe you think that we kind of watch northern side, southern side. Which one do you want to take? Airborne or
I'm,
the
I'm, I'm,
tanks?
I'm just kind of watching the entire map, so don't worry
Alrighty.
about me.
Alrighty, so it's going to look like we're going to have a nice big meeting of engagement in the center part of the map, and yeah, we can see a quick throwdown of that flare. But at the same time, I can't help but wonder if I would think, yeah, the first SSB is going to deploy some sharpshooters over here, and they're going to get cut to pieces if they're not careful. Wow, and yep, the first
Yep.
blood's already coming over here to the Germans, but it's not going to last very long. Okay. Some weird positioning already in terms of these mortars. These mortars are very, very close to the front lines.
Yeah, I think he got surprised by the pack gun and forced to unload. So there are the 50mm mortars, so they
Hmm.
have crap all for range.
And just for our viewers out there, crap ball is defined in this case as 700 meters, as opposed to the usual, what 1,000 meters?
Yeah, 1,000 is usually 1,000, 1,200 for the larger mortars. Before this commando dude, it's gonna be about if he can get close, he beats Foulshagers. If he's engaging at long range, he's gonna get buggered.
Sounds about right. Now, I do also want to make a comment. Here, Robert makes a very interesting decision, or at least for me, that's kind of interesting. We're going to see the B-26B Marauder being brought on in now. Just a reminder to you fans out there, this is the one that mounts a lot of turrets as opposed to any bombs.
Mm-hmm.
So not a big boom, but a lot of bang for the buck anyway. Rang, why is that?
It's because it's got a lot of 50 cal machine guns, but it's a great vehicle, plane I should say, for A phase. It can't really kill much, but it can stun. So if he's fighting this Firefly, for example, does a gun run, stretches it out, rushes in the Hellcat and get the kill. And here's the kicker, Khan, about the B-26. Because there's no AA in A phase, you can keep it flying around and continue doing strafing runs if your opponent doesn't even bother to get AA. And if they try to get a fighter out, you can actually get the fighter to evac because you got two machine gun turrets in the back, so you can protect yourself really well. So it's a great on-call cash support. It's kind of like a very primitive version of an A10, I'd say.
That's a very primitive version. You're absolutely right by saying that. We are going to see the Germans are going to break a little bit in the center part here, getting forced on back. In fact, pretty much anything that's not foot sloggers are down.
Yeah.
Now, that's not going to say everything's going perfectly for Lacey. Indeed, he will find some of his own assets are being frozen, or at the very least getting wrecked. But a couple of early captures here, and I'm surprised that we're not seeing anything else than a 50-50. I'm expecting that to kind of change very soon.
Yeah. I'm rather surprised that Rocket Barrage didn't take a Foulshaker flamethrower dude to try and secure the forest, because, well, sending Foulshakers in a forest, especially against commandos, not a good idea. Not a good idea at all.
And that's absolutely right. I'm happy to make that. Actually, he has Pioneers, but they're not coming until B phase.
Yeah, that's the problem with Foulshaker. Your Foulshaker Stern Pioneers and regular Pioneers aren't till B phase, and that's when you can actually start contesting forests much more effectively.
Now, I am happy to see that we have sharpshoots on both commando sides. And for me, for some reason, that just screams that's how commando deck should be played. You know, sneaky hit and run kind of ideas. And actually, in the north, we did just see this commando just took out that Kubelwagen by himself, which is a little weird for me, but I suppose it makes a weird sort of sense.
Yeah, those Commando 6 groups are bloody fantastic just due to their stunning capability, and they can outrange the Foulshakers, so using them to stun them up, so as regular infantry can move in and get the capture or kill, is definitely a good 1-2 punch combo.
Now, as this game kind of develops early on here, we're only about 5 minutes in, of course, 5-6 minutes, but any kind of things jumping out at you so far?
Nothing too crazy. This B-26 mortar is just going in and out. I think that's the second. Is that a second run? I believe.
I can tell you that Robert does run with a couple early on in Phase A. So, and I know the last game for him I did cast, he had basically one flying that's just called Combat Air Patrol the entire time.
Yeah, never mind. I think it's still the same run, but I really do like his B-26 mortar plays. It's doing constant strafing runs, trying to stun up his light armor / anti-tank guns, and now we're finally forcing Vasily to get a Kubel or Rebel Rind to force that mortar back. But I'm still amazed the Firefly's alive, actually. He hasn't got blown up by a Hellcat yet.
Yeah, but I've said the Hellcat, though, too, while it has a decent position, I mean, I can't help but wonder it might be a little more well-placed to put it to the south a bit more. Maybe up against, almost like up against that tree line.
Yeah, I know what you mean. Kind of like where the mortar is, essentially.
Just about that, yes.
Yeah. He's exchanging shots over the Firefly now.
I was going to say, yeah.
Ooh,
but no, that super fast Hellcat's going to escape before that Firefly gets anything off in return. Worth noting again, like I said, so that the German center is collapsing. The third Fallschirmjägers are just not able to put up with those knee mortars and the general push here. It kind of surprises me. I didn't think that we'd ever really see Fallschirmjägers surrender, but that's totally going to happen.
I know, right? But we got the off-map artillery being brought in.
Exactly.
I mean, talk about rocket barrages, where you got a 210mm naval strike. Not naval, but railway strike. And Jesus, that did quite a number on the commando positions.
Very, very true. Now, when we get later on with the phase B, are we going to see the confetti machine or no?
We'll probably see the confetti machine, as this is gonna be a rather big arty party.
Sounds about right. And I continue to hate the fact that right now I can never see when that artillery barrage gets
I
called on in.
know, because sometimes it's really interesting to see the actual placement and when and where they
Exactly.
decide to put it. You know, it just gives us a bit more of a strategic overlook. But commandos are pushing fantastically against the Feldjägers, especially in this more open ground environment, and that is due to those mortars, fire support, and sniper teams. So
That's true.
the
That's
off
true. The crap
map
ball is
is
doing pretty well.
the off map has killed a sniper team, yeah, and completely stunned up all the commandos. My real question, Khan, is can Lacey keep us up? Because you get your commandos in A phase, you don't get many to
Hmm.
begin with. But a
Hmm.
third Feldjäger gets a lot of lovely rail Feldjäger units once it hit into B, and I think they're gonna have much more of a long distance run.
Relationship.
Yeah, long distance run in this case, where the commandos are kind of going for a full on sprint early on.
Actually, I'm kind of amused to see as well. We're going to see a couple of those Morris LRCs coming on in, and I mean, you never really expect to see those things. Those things are just complete crap, all things considered. I'm actually
Yep.
going to see a P2 charging in as well. So, as I discovered with you in our last cast, I never realized that if you get infantry close enough, you can see them start to attack these tanks with hand grenades.
Hmm.
That said, I don't know if OMG OP Nerf is really going to be that aggressive with this P2. I do know that P2 in the area will be an effective stopgap. At least that's my thought.
Yeah, I mean, the Humble is really the only thing to worry about. Is kind of an even fight, but the PT doesn't have to worry about the grenade thing because it does have an enclosed top, so it's stun
That's
up a
also
little
true.
bit, but not get the kill. But it seems like got a bit of a counterpose here for Silly as he finally gets his armor. And surprisingly enough, oh, finally, we are seeing those Pans L6 has been
I
brought
was
out.
just going to make that comment. Yep,
Because
yep.
yeah, that's a really good counter against Commando. And speaking about Commando, okay, I was about to say he didn't get a Sherman, but he got a Sherman. He must be
Oh, there's a center coming in as well.
yeah.
Now, one thing I do want to make the comment about is that even though the LRC is pretty crap, he is still mounting a boy's anti-tank rifle. That's 800 meters of very light armored penetration.
Very light armor.
Yeah, yeah, true, true.
Yeah. I know
And
it can
Mhm.
kill that Panzer II at least,
Mhm.
but and actually you can kill the Panzer L6s, so it's not a terrible choice actually. It's mainly against his Feldjäger deck. If he's up against any other deck, it'd be a really bad choice. Even with 2-star, I mean a 2-star Bren is still like a pea shooter. That's just he was pretty much shooting frozen peas at that point compared to like boiled peas when you get a 2-star Bren gun. It's still
Actually,
peas.
I can think of another deck to be pretty good against.
What one?
16th Luftwaffe.
Oh no, FT-17s, whatever shall we do? Bring out the Morrises.
Exactly. Exactly. At that point, it becomes a shooting gallery.
Yep.
So the P2 and those Pack 38s, 30, no, excuse me, the Gerlich 41s. I always notice the 38.
Yeah,
Why do I
it is
second guess
38.
myself with those? But they're having quite a good time here. Both the Humblers are down, and yeah, there go the Morrises. They're gonna get picked off one by one here.
Right, Sentoyo does have that long range capability, and that pack gun is gonna get buggered.
True. Very, very true. We are into Phase B, though, which means that, yeah, we have more L6s coming on in, and what's coming in for the Commandos? Well, there's that Sherman.
Mm-hmm.
Well, not a dual drive Sherman, but we have another Sherman coming on in. One of his only tanks as well. And down to the south, we're just having kind of a slumber party.
I'm rather sad that her Robert hasn't really took advantage of his A phase phenomenal, like just advantage. Pretty much Vasily has held a very good defense. That's all he needs to do during A phase. His Firefly is still alive with all thing, but I think her really could have took advantage and tried to push on his far southern flank. I understand why you want to push on this middle southern flank because yeah, Apple Orchard holds a rather nasty variety of deadly German things. But its far southern flank is really just open to be exploited. It's his Hellcat country, baby. And he's got all
It
the
is.
rifles and mortars. It's just kind of feels like he wasted a good opportunity.
Now, I'm trying to figure out who's putting down that defensive. Is that from that's the German side, it must be. Could not show me that, unfortunately. I'm switching over real quick to take a quick look at vision overall. So, allies, not a whole lot there. I mean, they've seen a couple of pieces here and there, but not really too much to write home about. From the German side, Germans, shockingly enough, don't have much that much more.
Yeah, they have managed to kill a Hellcat, yo, as both of them did decide to attack.
And a weapon's been damaged in the other one.
Oh, damn.
So, shot, bounce. How often does that happen?
How did that bounce?
Exactly.
That shouldn't have bounced.
Exactly.
It's a lucky Hellcat. Yeah, we do have a second Hellcat being brought out and another, or the same B-26 mortar coming in for the gun run.
And looks like he's going to make a gun run right at that pack. And I don't know if that's really the best option. I mean, that Robofin runs through ammo like crazy, but there's a reason he does that.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, when the middle pack is taken on out, looks like that Sherman's going to start trading fire with the L6s up north.
Yeah, those L6s are not going to have a fun time against that Sherman. And this is really a nice thing about commanders against third Feldjägers is the third Feldjägers got 1940s Italian tanks, you got 1943 American tanks. And you don't really have to worry too much about AT because you got those light Pack 40 runs that can't really do too much. And maybe like a single Pack 40 here and there, but maybe a Papachin if you get close, but that's really...
Well, you're not going to see a Papachin. You're going to see... There's one Pack 40 apparently in this deck right now for OP, and that's it.
It's the Vit man! He is coming onto the field, yeah, but he's coming into the middle, yo.
Oh my god.
Oh god, look at... Yeah, that's perfect country to get ambushed in an open field. And then rocketed run by a bunch of Typhoons.
Yep. We also see a Henkel 129 making gun runs over here at that Centaur, and did nothing but bounce around the entire time. Yeah, that's stupidly depressing.
Yeah, that's the one other thing I hate and love about the Feldjäger deck, is you have to rely on those B runs to do your anti-tank killing. And unlike a B3, where, you know, B3 50-50 kill stuff, the B run, you actually have to do this thing called positioning, and you have to try and hit the side armor. It just makes your life a bit more difficult. And even then, it's usually a 50-50 chance if it hits you or not. And
you know, you are so full of optimistic thoughts about the third Fallschirmjäger.
But at the same time, it's a flying anti-tank gun.
Exactly, I mean, exactly. It is only a 37 mil, isn't it?
Yeah, it's only 37mm, but it's flying. It could be a bit better, but it could be worse. It could really just be a B3. I just want B3s. 91st Loftlander has spoiled me at B3s.
I'm pretty sure that's what most of the Germans said during the war too, but Hitler had the whole thing about making effective planes. Just didn't happen. That's totally not fair, but yeah. True. Whatever would we do without the STG-44? So watch out, folks. Wittmann has now hit the field, as the good old Rang has said, and he's fired one round so far and killed a single rifleman. So he's about due to get picked off.
Yeah, he might get killed. He's probably going to get killed. This Sherman could penetrate at this range. There's no... Well, the Piat squads, yeah, and it is the Commando Piat, so they are actually a little bit scary. And, I don't know, it just doesn't seem like a Rittman country with all this tree lines and forests and potential places to get flanked.
Wittmann country is a graveyard, to be fair, so...
I know, I think down south would have been quite helpful to support his Firefly. He could have maybe done a push in this open field, so... that's 4 Hellcats in the field now, and 2 Stuarts, so... I haven't mentioned it yet, but are we going to see Stuart spam?
Not to my knowledge. I mean, I'm pretty sure Robert runs with the... By the way, the 129 to make another run to the north. I'm pretty sure that Robert runs with the... What's the term I'm looking for? Ooh, and
wow.
Sherman.
That's what I mean about the 50-50. That's a 50-50 chance of the B1.
Oh my gosh. But what was I saying? Good lord. Okay, M5A1s. I'm pretty sure he just runs a card or 2 of the vetted up ones. I didn't see that many of them when the last game of his that I did cast.
Okay.
And we're still waiting on that update so we can actually pull decks from this replay site as well, so that's a bit of a problem.
I mean, we can pull the decks for like non-DLC divisions, but the DLC ones
but
haven't
the DLC
been
ones are still kind of
we're just we're playing blind here.
True. Now that line of Commando Marines, I kind of feel like that was misdeployed as well. I kind of feel that might have been a better idea to.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah,
at least spread them out some.
Yeah, and considering that, like, Lassie, I mean, he's gonna be running out of infantry. There's still another 24 minutes in this match, and his Commando Marines are really his only good proper infantry, so you want to try and keep him alive.
Now, I am wondering, though, at the same time, do you don't think we're going to see Bren groups or anything like that, or Pioneers in Phase 6?
Hopefully, I mean, I always recommend taking a card of Bren groups for the Commando Brigaders. It's just something to hold a line, to put in a building. It's still a Bren group, but it's something. And you can buy all of them within one tick, so you got that going for you.
Just like French tanks.
Yeah.
Now, it's kind of interesting. We are going to see Vasily is starting to deploy some heavy armor up to the north, but this is not that much better for Panthers than it was for the L6s.
Oh, wow. Yeah. I do like how Vasily is supporting his teammate, you know, by bringing up the tanks and, you know, Rocket Barrage can't get proper tanks, so Vasily's like, here, take some of mine, but like you said, this isn't exactly the best country for it. And actually, yeah, Her Roberts and an M5 Stuart up top too, so both sides are communicating and not playing 2 1v1s. I love seeing it.
It's very, very rare, and geez, the airborne, yikes. Wow, I'm really surprised to see that these knee mortars have done as much work as they have.
It's the 2-star veterancy, or 3-star veterancy in this case. They just have a ridiculous rate of fire.
No, well, even forget the rate of fire. I'm surprised they're taking out machine guns. They blew back the Germans in the center part of the map initially.
Yeah. And Rittman's still alive, Con. It's just
It's
it's
the
not
Thunderdome.
half past blown up yet.
It's the Thunderdome up in here, folks. I am not seeing the Funfetti,
No. Yeah,
but I am
no
seeing
confetti.
some Hellcats come to the north.
I'm gonna be sad if we go through the match and not see Funfetti. You know, interesting fact, I learned about this with the Funfetti yesterday. If you call in the Funfetti on the medium area barrage, the barrage only lasts like a minute, but you got 960 rockets in a minute.
That's got to be utterly terrifying.
I attacked a town with it, and there was no more town after the fact.
I was going to say there must be some new redevelopment up for grabs there.
So
wow,
if you do it
really?
in the large, if you do it on the huge setting, it lasts for 5 minutes. If you do it on the mid-size setting, it finishes in a minute and a half. Which
The entire load goes out that fast, jeez.
And that's I don't know, it's just a different way of using it, because
Well, I feel like the concentrated firepower probably might even be a better way to look at it.
yeah, I still prefer the larger barrage personally, as I just like being able to shot off the map for 5 minutes. But I know it does have its uses if you really want to kill everything really fast in a rather large area.
Fair enough. By the way, B1 locks up another kill. It did take 12 rounds to do it, but it was, in this order, I'm pretty sure, engine damaged, weapon damaged, crew killed, then the thing blew up.
Yeah,
so,
I saw it on the edge of my screen too.
So strange. So strange.
It's, every time we see a B run, I might as well just get a coin, do a coin flip, and see if it get a kill or not. Because that's just how it feels. I mean, that was a pretty good kill on the Sherman, and hopefully he can keep doing that, but just look at all the tanks on field, Khan. We got Hellcats up north, Hellcats down south, Shermans in the middle.
And by the way, we're going to see that B-26 against ME-109 talk that you were saying about before. And, yeah, in fact, that ME-109 is going to get forced off. He's actually going to get pulled down out before he gets taken out.
Yeah, it was B-26s are really survivable planes, which just makes them so good.
Though, ironically, back during the war, we lost about, what, like 100,000 men flying those things in the first place?
Probably. Well, yeah, I think I think so.
And Stuart goes on down to the north, but there are Hellcats to replace that poor little Stuart. My question is, what the heck the Germans are going to do about the center part of this line? We're back to a 50-50, which is impressive as all hell for me.
Look at the score as well. That's only a 70-point difference, and
we're nowhere near 4 digits.
Yeah.
Oh my god, Panzerwerfer barrage coming in the middle part of the field. And those commandos are all on top of each other. Charge, quick guys! This is the time you need to have troops to follow up any attack.
Yeah, it hurts. Losing all those Commando Royal Marines hurts me a little bit inside, because he can't replace him, Khan. And he has
No, he
another
cannot.
20 minutes.
No, he cannot. And by the way, Wittmann took out a Sherman DD tank. I'm not saying he's paying for himself, but I'm surprised as all hell.
One more tank, and he actually paid himself off now. Can he
if
do it?
he kills one more tank.
If he can kill one more tank or an equal amount of units.
Okay, those 3 Marine squads are still literally on top of each other right now. These guys are really all about don't ask, don't tell. I'm not sure if that's an inappropriate joke to make.
There's no such thing as an inappropriate joke for me, but that's well, we finally got the counterpush here with the Pioneers' perfect choice to clear forests out of some pesky Britishmen.
True. True, and the Falchion Makers are taking the brunt of the attack in the meantime. And all 3 of the squads are going to get pinned back down again anyway. Don't tell them to attack, move. Attack instead. Just charge these guys.
Just get the satchel charge off, but this is going to get tough for the Commando Brigade now, because they're going to be really running dry in infantry, and this is pretty much an infantry-focused map on this southern middle sector, I should say. He can start bringing up his Churchill tanks, which will definitely be a good choice in sort of this middle area, as they are, well, rather tanky.
No pun intended. It was obvious. I'm sorry.
It was. There's always a pun intended, Khan.
P-38 Lightning, by the way, trying to stun up and does take out a Führer squad, but he pays for it with his life. He's a very, very plucky individual. Now, would you advise people to pick up the P-38s or just go for the later B-26s?
Honestly, I'll take the P-38 because the later B-26s is only really a carpet bomber. Because it has the smaller bombs that covers a larger area. Well, the P-38 is, if you want a static gun dead, you take the P-38. If you want to just stun up a force and then attack, you take the mortar. But I like blowing stuff up and getting a kill, and a B-1 killed a Hellcat up north, huh?
Yes, it did. Now, so that B-1's gotten 4 or 5 kills to his name.
Yeah.
Also worth noting that we had the P-38 go down, the ME-1 on attacking that go down, and the B-26 that was defending the P-38 also go down.
Yep.
So several poor pilots have lost their lives now.
And this is going to be the good thing about Feldjäger Division. They got loads of money and loads of planes. So they're just going to be shooting down other planes and getting planes left, right, and centre. I'm going to wonder if we do see a J-88 being brought up.
I was going to say, hold your horses. We're going to have some tickets coming on in, but nope, it was there for only a second. Oh, no, we're back to it. So the Germans are going to slowly get some tickets here for a second, and we have a 380 millimeter on the field as well.
Oh, boy.
So my suggestion is, over the next 45 seconds or so, to watch the middle part of this field.
Yep.
If it pans up for a barrage, and then it's going to be a 380 on top of it. I almost guarantee that.
And look, you've got more Royal Marines being brought in the last few, and I don't think there's going to be much in terms of commander infantry in this middle for much longer with that 380 on the field.
Fair enough. 17-pounder, by the way, was brought up to the north and is completely going to take out this Panther D. Either him or that Hellcat will do so.
Oh, yeah,
and there goes the Panther. Panther is down. No more kitty. And what's come up to the north? Machine guns galore. Okay, so the entire MG34 card is being played all at the same time here.
Yeah. And Panzer L6 too, just to back him up. And no 380 millimeters from I can tell so far.
Yeah, true. But we are bang on even, and now the Germans take the lead now. So we are just under 5 minutes into the let's call it the extra time here. Mm-hmm. And regardless of that, wow, I'm surprised again by how close this game has been.
Yeah, this has been a there we go, 380 millimeter in mid.
And one Hellcat goes down.
Look at
Oh my
God.
Gosh.
Not okay. Turn off your screen, viewers. This is not safe for work. This is.
You know, my mouse was hovering over hide HUD for a second. I thought you were going to tell me to show off the HUD, but
That was damn. Okay, didn't actually do that much. Never mind. It did quite a bit of stun up and knock down a mortar or two, but I wonder if we're going to see round number 2. Oh God, that was good. That was pretty good.
And by the way, check down to the south. The Boiler Firefly is still alive.
That is against all common logic.
Decency, really.
Yeah, he sort of died within the first 2 minutes by a 6-pounder because he accidentally sold his side armor for a split second.
I want to know how many kills this B1's going to have, because so far he's going back in again. Every single time now he's been on the field, he's hit every single kill.
Is it same Ron Jonker as before?
I guess it might be.
He killed it.
Because, I mean, he's only mounting two of them in his deck, so...
Okay, yeah, 50-50. I mean,
Oh,
still...
Funfetti!
Oh,
there's the 960 you're talking about.
Oh, yeah. And I think that's the mid-range barrage I was talking about. Right, just...
Mm-hmm.
And
Bit of a furball in the meantime, so while the poor Fallschirmjägers get pounded, ME109 is going to get chased out by a Seafire, and I can't think the Seafire is going to... Oh, no, he does. Wow, does that help with the ground fire? The Seafire, I have to check.
I think that was the ground fire. I think.
Oh, wow. This is the first time I'm experiencing the medium spread, and this is just intense. This is incredible.
I know, it's a lot of concentrated boom. It's a little bit overkill, but it's really cool to look at, so...
I also kind of feel like it's probably more reliable. I mean, there are people out there who complain about how huge that spread is.
Mm-hmm.
But I can't but feel. And the 380 fires back, takes out a 17-pounder. And a Hellcat. Wow.
Whoa. Wow.
That almost never happens. But I was going to say, it's surprising to me just to see the Funfetti machine get something actually done here. And I'm wondering if he's chasing it now. He's trying to take out... Yeah, he's getting one surrender. Oh, God. Retreat, man! Fall back! For the love of Christ, fall back! The
Funfetti machine's coming for you.
Exactly.
I mean, he definitely has a reason to call Rocket Barrage's OP nerf now. He's chasing after him with a Bren gun.
True.
Oh
True.
no! Oh, the pancake!
Faust.
Fausted. Jeez, its only weakness was actual anti-tank weaponry.
Exactly.
Oh,
he was living the dream until then. We're back to 50-50 split. Germans are up just a bare 83 tickets.
Yeah, it's
Can
nothing.
vanish at any time.
It can still go anyone's way. This isn't like a regular match. Oh, it's like 1,000 points ahead. They pretty much got it clear. No, I mean the Allies can still do a rather big breakthrough any time now, and it seems like a gearing to do one up north, and in the middle too. It's very barren in the mid now, after that rocket barrage.
Now I'm definitely going to talk about in just a second. Actually, B1. Oh, Blumen. So no, he's got 2 B1s, and these guys are both going for kills galore. 1 Stewart's down. 2 Stewarts? No, wow. So 1 Stewart mixed it out.
Does he get the Hellcat? No, that's just the Americans.
Nah, it just freaks the Hellcat out a bit. There's a lot of ground fire, though. I wouldn't be surprised if he was taken out here.
That's going to be a problem for the B runs in the future. Oh, run.
Wittmann takes out a Stewart, and the Hellcat pays for his temerity.
Yeah. B1 actually dies and blows up right next to Rickman, which is rather funny.
As he nimbly steps death to the side.
And Ripman's still alive. Wow.
I am stunned by that myself, although he was taking a bit of rest and recuperation of that, called a weak crossroads to the east of the front lines. I think the Seafire is going to buy it. Yep, there goes the Seafire. So, 3rd Fallschirmjäger air power is definitely asserting itself.
Mm-hmm. I mean, yeah, those Messerschmitts is really quite good, especially against C5s. The C5s don't really have the firepower, which is the unfortunate part about him. But the Messerschmitt has the veteran and firepower.
Now, 2 quick things. First of all, I have a ground run coming on in from this Focke-Wulf. 1 from a P-38 Lightning, so might see the ME-109s make another run to try to protect their troops. We'll see in just a second. Oh, he's going after Wittmann. You will not take out Wittmann. He will refuse to die to your paltry bombs.
Not even fully stunned. He doesn't care. I mean, only 500 kilograms of bombs were dropped on him, but, you know, he'd keep on trucking.
Exactly. No, the comment I was going to make is, I know some people out there be very, very critical of the lack of immediate kind of push that people are making on this particular map. How do you feel about this play that's been a little bit more conservative?
I really think her Robert really sort of, like, look at yourself inside. There's so much stuff here. It's doing nothing. We've even got 17-pounders over here. 3 17-pounders over here. Because you need to defend yourself against pretty much this 1 Firefly. And I know he's playing an aggressive division. He really needs to attack because this is open. And I think if he was to do a big breakthrough here, they can 100% secure the victory, as it really is just a Firefly holding them back.
Well, the Americans, rather the Allies, do have a +1. But we have a I didn't even notice there's a Werfraum in here as well. Interesting.
Oh, wow. Oh, it's that thing from Company V. Yeah. I love that thing.
The Stuka Fuß.
Yeah. I loved that thing in Oberkommando S for Company of Heroes. Like the Americans, you know, GI Blobby, you just call that in, call it a day.
True, true. It gets you 1 billion kills or it gets you 2. It's one or the other.
Yeah, it's like the B run.
Exactly
or
right.
B3.
Exactly right. Oh, Crichton Abrams, who has been on the map for a very long time but hasn't done diddly squat, is now in the center part of the field here. Question is, what's he aiming for? Nothing worthwhile. Never mind.
Yeah.
I'm stunned. In all the wrong ways, I'm stunned.
Well, look, it's really
get a
cheap.
couple of shots off. No.
Do you see it's really cheap? Going for the
Yes.
Oh, come on, Messerschmitt. He's going for the home run.
Indeed. For Froman, though, where's he going? Okay, well, that danger close. Oops.
Yep. Oh, yep. Very oops. Killed his Fuhrer. Yeah, you know.
That just means you can't trust. You can't trust an officer, man. You got to get rid of him early.
You got to frag him.
Exactly. Exactly. Tons of air cover though. Good gosh, I've not seen this much air cover since I went to that Blue Angel show several years back. Oh wow. And we're finally seeing Lacey really start to put out some of his own anti-air, but
yeah.
At this late stage in the game, is that even going to do anything for him?
Yeah, probably not that much. Really, third Fallschläger, pretty much just rely on using airplanes for that air cover, because I do have some anti-air, you can get some Flak 88s, but really you want to be using those Messerschmitts, as they're bloody brilliant.
Wittman's died!
Whoa, finally. Okay.
17 pounder, and the world makes sense again.
Yep, okay, everything's back to normal, we're good. And yeah, 17 pounder, how fitting.
So no, with that, actually, the Allies have taken the lead in terms of tickets overall. So we're seeing a 50 points, 60 points about and growing.
Yeah.
And, yeah. Is this the end of our Intrepid Axis players?
Oh, no.
Will the Germans be able to hold out?
Find out in the next 6 minutes.
Exactly. I wasn't sure if you were going to go with Rocky and Bullwinkle to help me out there, or what you're going to go with. I wasn't sure. We haven't prepped that bit before, so I wasn't sure how you're going to go. In any case.
Just look in this middle part, it's very barren. The third Fallschläger, I don't even think he has a single Stug in his deck, which is not going to help against when it's...
I hate to contradict you. He does have 6, but he hasn't brought any of them in.
Huh, okay, and, well, a Stug would be good right now in this middle. Trying to deal with his tank play, an anti-tank gun, even an 88mm. Just something, because you can't keep bringing up 1940 Italian tanks that are out of date when they're already made.
Honestly, I'm pretty sure they're all dead.
Yeah, I think we're all dead. We do have a Pantheon, that's definitely going to help.
I also like how we have 2 ME-109s making gun runs at this Willys MG.
Yeah,
that amuses me greatly.
I like how if one Willys MG home run doesn't work, you just send 3 of them with 2-star veterancy.
True. I didn't even notice those guys until just now. Good gosh.
Can he make it?
The question is not so much if he can make it, but what's he going to do with it?
Oh no. Tickle a rough ramen? Can he Steve McCreen it? Make it to the Swiss border? I don't know. Those Messerschmitts are on point.
You know, we're getting closer and closer to that holiday showing of that, so I'm pretty excited.
Same here.
Did you know that movie was listed as the 3rd most desired movie from people in Britain to watch on Christmas Day?
Yes. It's between that and Chicken Run.
That is fantastic.
It's probably the Muppets Christmas special.
Oh, for the record, I do love the Muppet Christmas Carol. I won't lie, I love it. Yep. Oh wait, the special or Christmas Carol?
Christmas Carol.
Okay, I was like the special wasn't a big fan of. Oh, and Abrams goes down to the other B1. So the B1, wow, Bruman has gotten a lot of scalps in this game. We have another B1 coming up to the north. This one from Phase B. Olgart, apparently. No, this is C. This is a seaplane. He doesn't do anything. He comes in and leaves just as quickly. I have to know how much damage has been done by the B1s on this
I'm really interested to see, because I know it's been real. I'm gonna say it's been pretty good luck with the B run. So at the same time, those Hellcats do have rather light armor. At the same time, he's killed quite a few Shermans with the B runs.
True, Shermans, Stewards,
50-50.
Very, very accurate. But it seems that Lacey says, all right, guys, forget it. This is over. So now he sends a couple more Sherman 5s up to the north. And with the Hellcats and the M4A1s, I mean, dear God, there's nothing the Germans should be able to do against this.
At this point, if I was the Allies, I'd select everything and just attack move.
Well, we are at that point, aren't we?
We're at the, just attack move everything point. Especially down south, so you just Okay, there's a Panther down south now, which makes things a little bit more difficult, but not impossible, especially when you got 3 17-pounders, I think, or 2 17-pounders now. I mean, you can do a lot with a few 17-pounders. And a
And the two
lot,
Hellcats, yeah.
and look at just, there's even more Shermans being brought up north.
And
That's,
Stewards.
and sure, that's, the Allied armored rush, just attack, keep going. I mean, we've got B1s, but the B1s can't kill these Shermans in time.
True. True. But he is getting a good amount of hits here and there. LG-40, by the way, this little nifty gun's like, hey guys, I can shoot peas too.
Yeah, I think he's like 30 minutes late to the match, to be honest, but
He's a plucky
he's
little
doing,
fellow.
yeah, he's plucky, all right. Just not the most effective right now, I'd say.
I do love that we're seeing an entire card of Panzer Abwehr on top of each other here. It's like they didn't learn from watching the enemy commandos before.
Really? Oh, wow, that's
They're
I
hunting
know
bunny wabbits.
they're trying to be like the Commando Piat squad. We're gonna have two Panzerschrecks right next to each other and pretend they're one squad.
And now our pain train, by the way, ME-109 is making ground strafing runs and going to get completely blown out of the sky by all the crazy amounts of firepower that's down there now.
Choo choo. Next stop, 50 cal hell.
Oh my gosh. Where's my ACDC?
And look at all the Bofors. Yeah, it's just...
My god.
The Allies have realised that, yep, they got airplanes, and we're just going to shut it down. We're just going to buy all the AA. And the Commandos can do that. Bofors at 80 points, you can get a lot of them. And you get 160 points a tick, so that's 2 Bofors a tick. That's a lot of Bofors.
By the way, so we are going to finally see a Stu come on out, the only one on the deck for the third Fallschirmjäger. And as you were saying, the LG-40 is 30 minutes late to the game. How about this new Stug G coming on in?
Yeah, that's at least 10, 20 minutes late, I'd say, at this point. It's just,
Sounds about right.
I know, it's just so many tanks from the Allies, yeah. They can't really do too much. There's only a minute left, and yeah, it seems like the Allies are going to be taking a victory here. And that's just due to the fact they've slowly managed to whittle down this northern side with all the tanks.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And I think also, too, even though the third Fallschirmjäger airplane play has been pretty strong, now it's really just kind of riddled away because you just got so much AA, and once your opponent has so much anti-aircraft, it's really hard to counter it unless you get proper artillery pieces. And I know we both looked at the deck before, and he doesn't have a single on-map artillery piece for the third Fallschirmjäger. It's all off-map, which is...
Proof, by the way, that the Stug is super late. One shot, one kill.
Yeah. Yeah.
And taking out a Sherman from 700, 800 meters is not inconsiderable.
Yeah.
I'm sorry I cut you off there. And there's another one.
And another one bites the dust. Do. But yeah, I just think also the Allies to really push down south, but this big tank force has just slowly riddled raid up north and allowed them to really win the match, I'd say.
Mm-hmm. I think that's a good way to call it.
I'm really looking forward to see this B1 kill list, because it's probably a bit mental. Is he gonna get another
one final gun run. He damages a Sherman. Does he take it out though? No, he doesn't.
No,
oh no, he got a Hellcat. You're right.
And he killed an M4A1. I think that maybe it was a Panther. I don't know. I'll just double check real fast.
Okay, well I can say that for
sure.
He
killed it.
He did.
He did a double. He killed Hellcat and an M4A1 in a single gun run. That's some MLG no scopes right there.
Gotta go down.
Just all the way at the bottom of.
Oh yes.
Yeah. Just look
at. That's a
the double rammy right at the end.
Now the problem for me is that we have to go through that list to figure out all the kills for the Luftwaffe 129s here, don't we?
I'm looking at losses right now. I see like an odd B1 here, or yeah. I think,
but
that's
only
killed American.
For the firsts, though. We're not looking at it for the fourth as well.
Yeah, I know. Yeah. I'm just looking right now.
And I wish there was an opportunity, a way to kind of filter that out there.
I know. That'd be such a useful mechanic to be able to look through the kills and losses for each person, so just the person who actually uploaded the replay.
Now, shockingly enough for me, the KD wasn't actually favorable to either allied player. it was much more favorable to the Commando, which is amusing for me. I mean, the Fourth Armored, of course, not being very aggressive
Yeah.
and paying for it by being under almost 1,000 ticks.
Like, he lost a lot of his tanks just due to those gun runs, I'd say. And he didn't really manage to kill much. Really, it's those 17 pounders knocking out his peak big fat catch.
Fair, fair. Are you
But
looking through the
rocket
list trying to figure out our
barrage,
list here? Oh, yeah, actually, also worth noting as well that those off-map Collins did pretty well on themselves too.
yeah, they've the two 10mm.
Mm-hmm.
I think the 380 as well knocked out quite a bit, which is quite funny considering his username.
True.
He's became what he hated.
5.
Are you counting all the B runs?
Yep.
Yep.
6.
We're doing that manually, folks.
Yeah, it's taking forever.
Yeah. Damn.
9, 10, 11, 12. I count 12 total.
That's really good for. Yeah, that's really good actually. Is that between all three planes?
It's between all 3 planes. I mean,
That's
they
really
paid for
good.
themselves and then some by quite a bit.
Yeah, I mean, considering that the average allied tank he probably killed was like 120 points. Yeah, he definitely paid himself off quite a bit. Probably double, 3 times of that. But the problem is, the allies just keep bringing up more tanks because Fourth Armoured has a bunch of tanks. And once you get the AA net out, it's really hard to penetrate with B1s.
Sounds about right. Sounds about right.
Yeah,
At the end of the day, I can't help but feel that the Allies should have had that game a lot earlier, considering the kind
yep,
of tentative play that was happening on the southern side of the map.
yep. Her Robert really. Well, he screwed a pooch bit in that run, but he still won the match, so I guess that's all that really matters. But he could have had an easier time if he actually decided to use his giant armored force and attack move south.
True, true. Regardless, it was nice to see both players actually working together and
I
supporting
love
each other
that.
for a change.
I love that scene. The Trofest has Panzer Division play. He kept moving his tanks around up north in the middle, filling in the gaps for the 3rd Feldjäger Division. And the 3rd Feldjäger Division was supporting his player by doing those B1 gun runs. I love it. I love seeing that. That good old team play. Because this is what this game can be about in these 2v2s, 3v3s.
True, true. And I hope actually we get to see some more of that coming up pretty soon. I don't know about you, of course.
Yeah, sure.
But all right, folks. I think for me at least, that's gonna be about it. Any last comments from you there, Rang?
No, I just love the 3rd Feldjäger and I hate it so much.
But guys, that's what you need to know. If you really want to piss off Rangru, well, you make him play the 3rd Fallschirmjäger.
I'll be really happy while doing it, but not happy at the same time. It's like Scrodner's cat.
Schrodinger. Schrodinger. We'll leave metaphysics for the next time, though. For the meantime, this has been Con Ulrich.
I'm Rangru, take it easy.
Have a great day.